Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another show of Round the Clock Cricket. For the last 1.5 months, we have been tracking the IPL with Sudeep and Ishanjan, myself, Rahul. Today, we'll be tracking two matches Thursday's match at Dharamsala, PBKS MI, and Friday's match at Lucknow, CSK LSG. Both the matches, the underdogs winning and thereby opening the tournament wide open for about six teams to qualify. With Ishanjan first, before a little bit on the both the matches. Ishanjan, these low-lying teams, the teams which will not qualify, MI and LSG, they're spoiling the party of the higher-end teams. I mean, what do you think? Why is this happening?
See, the thing is that the one which we are labeling as the higher ranked team, actually, why we are labeling it as higher ranked team? Actually, they have made it a habit as winning. They have made winning the habit, but suddenly they have that means picked up. I think they have picked up too early. As per my statement, I'm iterating it again. The more dense the summer intensive, the more the summer will intensify, then the game can change at all. Then there will be different in IPL this tournament. The teams who will win basically at the early stage of the innings, they need to be little bit of cautious at the beginning because it takes a lot of toll out from your body, from your team. That means a tournament which is going a mass at for 2 months, uh, things are that and a huge amount of toll is being taken from everyone. So in that case, who those teams which are conserving their energy at the beginning, they can pick up at the end, but things are becoming very dicey that they can pick up at the end. And sometimes the teams which are picking up at the beginning, they can falter. Some few small silly things can change the circumstances all around. In the case PBKS, I should say PBKS, I think their management, they were their management, everything were at the top till the time till the summer was. That means at the onset of the summer, when the summer got more intensified, this PBKS team is faltering it again and again. Because the scenario changes. No, the that means the ground, the wickets where there the juices are all extracted. They are favoring they are favoring the slower bowlers. So things will change automatically. The more dynamics of the game will change altogether. I think here they need to hold their nerves. The thing the PBKS was going on, they failed to convert the goods. They failed to convert into huge. They have started good, but they have faltered this. They made a very paltry score because meanwhile in the between they lost too much wickets, and that these runs are very much chaseable right nowadays. And again, in their bowling, while bowling, again, I pointed out last time also, apart from Arshdeep, I'm not finding because Arshdeep, again, I will say that he's the one because again, he knows how to, because since the summer is getting intensified, the wickets are getting slower, more and more slower. I'm seeing in the PBK's whole team, only Arshdeep is the one who can face this. Otherwise, the all the other bowlers are making a mess out of this, and certainly the all the whole top ranked teams, they need to hold their nerves, and they will need to find out they shouldn't do any mistake in their basics. Some of the PBK's team, the PBK's RR, they are faltering in their basics. It's very much prevalent, and there are sometimes they can sleep there while that means walking. As we always term that while walking or running, we often sleeps. The same thing is happening with PBKs. Now there is a question of uncertainty of their when it was the things was looking to be a cakewalk for them, and again things are getting very much tougher. And one more thing I should say, they are, I think, having a lot of uncapped players still about to get exposed. Why aren't at this stage of the game? I should think that IPL teams, they should play more and more uncapped players, because see, uncapped players are the one who are more used to the Indian conditions than the uh, big players. You will definitely see in the IPL, as per to the IPL's legacy, it has been very much prevalent. The teams which are banked on the uncapped players, most of the time domestic players, they have been the triumphant most of the times. I can still remember the title which Gujarat Titans won for the first time. In fact, Rajasthan Royals won for the first time. Even Hyderabad won. In fact, Kolkata Knight Riders won for 2012 to the were all based out of the uncapped players, local talents. Purely, you need to own your local talents properly, and that's
Okay.
what these teams are not doing.
Okay.
Which is that is where they are lagging into. They
Okay.
should
Thanks.
play the uncapped players.
Yeah, thanks, Ishanjan. Sudeep, coming back to this match now,
Yeah.
as Ishanjan said, the bowling, I am a little surprised with Azmatullah Umar. They did bat well, but Marco Jansen, Xavier Bartlett, and Chahal, of course, not regular. What do you think about the bowling? Because if they qualify, this bowling which was looking very, very good till last few matches. Now they have, I think, lost 4 or 5 on trot. So, what is your take on the PBK's bowling before we go to their batting?
Actually, you see, there are a couple of issues. The bowling, if you look at the bowling lineup, it's not a very, very strong bowling lineup at the moment. See, only Arshdeep Singh and to some extent Yuzvendra Chahal. These two are the main strike bowlers because Marco
And Chahal
Jensen.
again, they are not playing Chahal every
Marco
match.
Jansen,
No, he played in the last match. He played. He
Last
was
match he played.
more or less economical, I would say, because
Yeah,
8 runs per over is more
yeah,
or less
that's pretty
economical.
economical these
That is
days. Yes,
economical. So, for PBKS's bowling has always been a suspect, the bowling lineup. It was, the PBK's batting which was
correct.
delivering so far in the
Yes,
initial
yes,
stage of
yes.
the tournament.
Yeah,
If you
yes.
remember, both the openers were firing on all cylinders.
Like
And
the
now, and
SRH
now,
openers,
now
right?
gradually what is happening, either one of the openers is playing or both the openers are failing at the same time.
Failing.
So, which is,
And
putting more
also,
pressure.
Sudeep, the fact that they are scoring very slowly
They are
compared to
slowly,
what they are scoring.
so, with this kind of bowling line, and in a T20 match, it could be anybody's game. The margin of error is very less. So,
Correct.
so if this 200 score is not a very
Yeah,
formidable total.
we discussed because
If
Delhi
you
lost
consider,
scoring 265. So
yeah. So
220, 230 is an average scoring. This IPL is very, very high scoring IPL.
exactly. As we are discussing, KKR has scored 247, as
Okay, okay.
yeah.
Today, yeah.
Today,
So
they are playing. So see also
we are expecting
the
them to be a
so-called,
mace of the Gujarat Titans.
yeah,
yeah, wait, Ishanjan, wait. Yeah,
the
Sudeep.
lesser teams are also, scoring big runs. So, if the score of 200 is never going to be safe with the bowling, PBKS has. They have to score 225, 230 to make a match out of it,
It
basically,
is
as
almost
we.
becoming a KKR bowling. If you
And
remember,
the
Sudeep,
way
we discussed.
things stand, this PBKs is now in a very dicey situation because see, if RR wins the next match, RR has played one match less, then it is going to go up the
Correct.
order, so it's going to overtake, PBKs. So
Again,
it's
RR
a
is going to overtake. Yeah, very true.
PBKs, the situation is a bit dicey at the moment.
We
Let's hope.
thought PBKS is going to win this tournament. If you remember, we discussed about a
Yeah,
month back that
and
PBKS
we
were able
thought
to
that
win.
they will be the top team, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, as things stand now, they are, in the danger of getting eliminated at the
One
moment.
more
Yeah.
thing, Sudeep, this handling of four of foreigners, which we are discussing. Yesterday, I saw, I think LSG played 3 foreigners only. So,
Yeah.
Marco Jensen, very, very successful in India when the South Africans came, but Marco Jensen has not been firing. I
Yeah,
mean, do you
Marco
think that,
Jensen. Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, he will be retained next year, although PBKs may win, still go and win, but
yeah,
foreigners are selected very carefully because you have to
yeah,
play
yeah.
only four.
They have to be,
I have a feeling that Marco Jensen is neither contributing with the bat nor with the ball. Your take
yeah.
on this?
I think because I see he's a very good hitter of the ball, Marco Jensen.
Correct.
He has delivered it in the past. So I also feel that, he should be promoted up the batting order. By the time he's coming into bat, there are hardly 1 or 2 overs left. That is not he
Yes.
doesn't get the time, to apply
I
himself
think he's coming
and
at
play. So that is
8.
not his place. Actually, he's a very big hitter.
Yes,
He's capable of big shots. So I think he
correct.
should push him up the order. And as
Right,
far as bowling is concerned, Marco Jansen is not known to be a very restrictive bowler because he has always gone for runs, whenever there's
correct.
in T20 matches. So
Correct.
you cannot expect him to restrict the opposition to, give only 20-25 runs in 4 overs. You
Right.
cannot expect him because he is
Because
going to
Marco
go for
Jensen
runs.
is not performing well, which we are
Yeah.
observing
And
also.
also this heat is also taking a toll, as Ishanjan very
Sanjan
pointed out,
rightly said,
correctly
because the
pointed
second
out.
part
Yeah,
of IPL is very, very hot
very,
in
very
certain
hot. And,
places.
it is
Dharamsala still was a cold place, but I
so.
think
One thing,
the
and
heat is.
another thing also that Marco Jansen, I don't think Marco Jansen is fitting into the team because he's mostly a right now he's converting himself to be a batting all rounder than a bowling all rounder because his bowling is actually not at all soothing for Indian conditions. First of all, in traditional Indian conditions, and Punjab Kings
No, but this
rightly
same
pointed it,
Marco Jensen, Ishanjan picked up 7 wickets in Eden Gardens, if you
but
remember.
but in Punjab Kings is a team where who requires their his bowling rather than his batting because the team is itself started up with lot of
A lot of
batsmen.
batters.
The team requires 2-3 good bowlers, some slow bowlers, some medium pacers, or some spinners who can fetch up the wickets in these intense hot humid conditions. Because right now we are going to the humid part of the actually when there was on the beginning of the when the IPL begins, that time is just the uh, just the beginning of the summer season. But right now it's a more intensify and more humid part. So in that there we a team mainly should bank on the slow bowlers, mainly on the slow medium pacers, and typical Indian bowlers, typical Indian conditions, the spinners. Here, Marco Jansen is not soothing into the see, if it would have been a team of KKR or it would have been a team of MI, I would have supported for Marco Jansen. But PBKs itself, they are studded with a lot of batsmen. In that cases, they require bowling all rounder. Marco Jansen is not that means shaping up. He has taken some wickets in the initial part of the, but more and more the tournament is progressing and it's a humid and it's at the intensify in that condition is failing at all. Is
Okay.
very much in
Thanks.
failing.
Thanks, Ishanjan, for your
Yeah,
input. Sudeep,
yeah.
finally at Mumbai, before we close this discussion, the performance they gave with both bat and ball, do you think this is coming too little, too late now?
It is too late because they are already out of the
Out
tournament,
of the tournament, yes.
and next year season, there will be lot of changes,
Changes.
in the Mumbai. You can expect lot
I
of
think
changes,
along with KKR, they are the
Yeah,
team that will go, I think, a sea change.
even LSG, I'm telling you,
LSG
is going
also,
to be
because
there.
Sanjeev Goenka, I'm sure, is running out of options
Yeah,
now with
either he's going to sell off the team.
Bunt.
There's a rumor, going in
Rumor, right?
in the
And
market,
KKR, so there is
that
always a rumor of selling off. I'm hearing that
yeah.
some Bengali investor might buy.
In Mumbai, I
So,
don't think. See, Mumbai, they played well in this last match. They applied
yes, they
themselves,
did.
but
But one
but
thing,
it's yeah,
Jasprit Bumrah, 2 wickets in 12 matches. And today we
yeah.
saw that he will play the one-off test match only, not the one days. So what do you think, Bumrah? Because we discussed with Rajdeep Star also. They said that he's off form. But I think Jasprit Bumrah is, this IPL was a horror show.
Very horror show, and even yeah, absolutely, absolutely, because he was wicketless in the 5-6 matches.
Five,
In the
six
initial
matches.
five or
I
six
think he
matches, he
picked
was
up about
wicketless.
5 or 6 wickets in 12 matches. If I'm not wrong, I think he picked up 5 to 6 wickets,
So,
Five,
which is
6
Jasprit
very
wickets.
Bumrah,
unlike.
and he has
One
not
match
been
he picked
able
up
to,
4, then he picked up 1 and 1.
and he has
So
not
last
been
match he
able to
didn't pick up.
restrict the batsman. Also, he has gone for
And he's
runs
going
also
for
in this.
about 10, 10 and a half. That is another
So
big issue.
that is a big issue. So I think
So
there's
what do you
some
think? What do you think is the issue of Bumrah? Because Bumrah is so
Bumrah.
pivotal to Mumbai Indians. So I think Bumrah's failure and lack of form has contributed much to Mumbai. Of course, Hardik and Sky also
Yeah,
equally. But what do
I
you think
think
is the problem with Bumrah?
coming back from this T20 World Cup triumph,
World Cup. A lot
there's
of people are saying
a
that.
little bit of fatigue, is always
Fatigue.
working,
And he's
fatigue is
playing for
working,
quite some time now in
and
the
he's playing
T20
for quite
format.
some time. He's been
Batting.
continuously playing, since last June, from the England series. He has been
England series,
playing
correct.
continuously.
Absolute,
So
absolute.
I think there is a sense of now
That is the
fatigue.
reason.
I think he needs
Batting.
a break at the moment. There is
Yes,
fatigue,
yes.
nothing
And
else. Yeah.
now the problem is that India with Afghanistan, with Sri Lanka, then we have New Zealand. That's a tough tour in
Yeah, I
October, we
think
remember.
he needs to be
If
used very
I think
judiciously,
he should be taken
considering
out
the
of Sri
World Cup.
Lanka. I think. What do you think? He
Yeah,
should be taken out of
absolutely,
Sri Lanka
absolutely.
series
Yeah, but
because you
No,
have
no, not
Akib
in Test
Rana
series.
and no test also because Sri Lanka. I think they are going to give a chance to Prince Jadhav. That's what I'm seeing. Prince Jadhav,
Prince Yadav,
Akib,
Prince Yadav,
Prince Jadhav, Akib Nabi,
Praful Hinge,
Siraj.
Praful Hinge,
Praful Hinge, I'm not
Praful
sure.
Hinge.
Siraj, and they will probably play
Akashdeep.
Prasidh Krishna and Akashdeep maybe. Because
Akashdeep.
in Sri Lanka, you will need spinners anyways. Kuldeep and Chahal might get in, you never know. So thank you so much, both Sudeep and Nishanjan. We
Thank
come
you.
to the end of the first review of PBKS MI. Again, a surprise loss for PBKS. And we move to the second review, which is again a surprise loss. The second match at Lucknow, CSK and LSG.